Previously on Tales of Arise, the party looted all the treasure on Mount Diarrhea and found a strange tower. They then took down the Gigantzugos plaguing Elde Monancia, which went surprisingly well to the recent equipment upgrades.
Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Elde Monancia of its enemies, and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along. But it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes, I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Dahnan to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Monancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
Okay.
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag Sar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already. I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm... Been looking for you. For me? Why?
He's tough.
Who are you? You said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life.
What the...
That is all I desire.
Gotta use a custom strategy here.
Who even are you?
I set up so that it replicates the triple mage formation that you'd use in other Tales games.
Not a chance.
Freeze, Lancer!
I had to look it up online to figure out the exact settings I needed.
Who the hell are you? Bastard!
Why is this guy attacking us? He's like some random assassin guy, like Zagi. Right down to his speed, but at least Zagi could be staggered. This guy cannot.
I need you, remember?
Right.
But he's so strong that he rivals a lord. So he might not just be some assassin, he might actually be another lord.
Not today!
Though he doesn't seem to use any magic, just sword play.
Rising Phoenix! Demon Fang!
Yeah, best you can do is just run around him and try to use boost strikes while he's not moving around too much, like so. Every little bit counts.
Ready and raring!
Here I go! I'm only getting started!
with the earth!
May a thousand gales carry the trend!
Only one save you!
Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die. A wretch like you?
It's always the healers that get killed first.
Till next time.
Shionne, wake up, please!
Alphen?
Shionne!
Thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I. It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shionne, we thought you were...
I'm fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides, Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shionne, are you sure you're okay?
Shionne, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine, really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shionne was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Dahnan astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Niez, the capital of Mahag Sar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shionne to rest.
Hey. How are you holding up after that last fight? You're not too hurt, are you?
I'm fine, really. See for yourself.
If things get too tough out there, go ahead and fall back. I can take a beating if I need to.
I'm not here just to stand around and have everyone protect me.
I get that, but there's nothing wrong with admitting you have weaknesses too.
Do I look like I'm just trying to put on a brave face to you?
I can't feel pain, but you still can, can't you?
Look, I appreciate you're trying to look out for me, but even you go down in fights from time to time. Please, stop trying to babysit me. It's getting old.
It's not that. I just...
Okay, so for my strategy, I said so that my allies are more likely to keep away while using this boss-specific strategy. That way they will be less likely to be to get hit by the boss at all, especially if the boss has melee attacks.
Dohalim, your spare bracers were getting dirty, so I polished them up along with the rest of your equipment.
Why, thank you, Kisara. I greatly appreciate that.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but you sure seem to fuss over Dohalim a whole lot, Kisara.
It is a little strange. Almost like you're still in his service.
Really? That's certainly not my intention. Besides, he's not the only one I'm like that with. Hey, Law, I saw your clothes were starting to get holes in them, so I stitched them back up for you.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Kisara.
Point taken. Do you just like looking after people?
I wouldn't go so far as to say I like it, but I get anxious if I don't. I'd always like to help if I can. It comes naturally to me. Back in the day, Miguel and I used to look after the younger kids a lot, so that's probably where it comes from. He taught me everything I know, and I mean everything. How to cook with wild plants, how to sew clothes so they'll last. Without him, we never would have been able to survive.
However, you're not a lord anymore, Dohalim. You need to get used to the idea that people aren't just going to wait on you hand and foot.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm ashamed to admit that I felt no qualms about her doing all that for me. As both a Renan and especially as a lord, one becomes too accustomed to those beneath you tending to your every need, both Renans and Dahnans alike.
Sure, that's how all you Renans are probably raised. But just to be clear, we're not your servants, Dohalim. Got that?
Absolutely. Moments such as this provide me with ample opportunity to confront my unease. It is difficult to tend with my own motivations.
What do you mean?
The truth of the matter is that my espousal of coexistence in Menancia hardly came from an idealistic place. That instinctive unease I feel deep within serves as a reminder for what it is that all of us here fight for.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one's going to abandon you if you aren't always perfect.
Looking at her now, I think she's more like his mom than his servant.
Dohalim, care if I hang out for a while? You worried about what's going on with Menancia?
What makes you think that?
Well, you were speaking to Kisara earlier, weren't you?
It's rude to listen in on others, you know.
Sorry. I didn't hear what you two were actually talking about, though. I just figured it was Menancia since it was the two of you.
I am but a former lord who has abandoned his post. I'm no longer in a position to lead the realm in any capacity whatsoever. Yet Kisara still seeks out my opinions, knowing full well that is the case. This despite the fact I am no longer her master either.
Couldn't it be precisely because you're not her master anymore? It's natural for friends to want to hear each other's opinions.
I hadn't considered that possibility.
It's funny what you miss sometimes.
Hardly uncommon among artistic types such as myself. When lordships are decided based solely on one's astral energy, it can lead to funny results.
But even so, you still took your job as lord seriously, didn't you?
Certainly. I learned to perform my functions. However, I was less interested in ruling, so much as avoiding life and death decisions. Of course, such a mentality in the end led only to sickening pain and death taking place elsewhere out of sight. I pretended not to see or hear any of it, content to let our supposed peace and equality keep me blind and deaf to reality. I was a fool.
But you're making amends.
I would like to think so. The path ahead is dark, yet I still walk on. I merely pray that I shan't fall down any holes along the way.
Closer to Dohalim.
We'd best get ready for tomorrow.
We were that close to a city all along?
Are we in the right place? This place looks like a mess.
Yes, this is Niez, the capital of Mahag Sar.
I don't see any signs of people. And the buildings.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like the kind of place people would actually live.
No soldiers, no Dahnans, not a soul to be seen. Yet look at these facades. This is clearly a Renan district.
Hey, check out that drawing on the castle gate. That's the Darkwing's crest. It's from an old Dahnan legend about a hero who defeated an evil king with a torch and their trusty owl. That's his crest. I'm sure of it.
Really? First time I'm hearing it. So if someone drew it on the gate...
It must mean the Renans have lost control of the city.
Are you suggesting the Dahnans rose up and defeated the Lord here? Hard to believe, but not entirely unthinkable, given the evidence.
Let's look around and see if we can find someone. They might be able to tell us what happened. This is horrible.
Is there truly no one here?
All of these ruins look like they were made pretty recently.
But if that's the case, then where do you think the people that used to live here went off to? There must have been Dahnans and Renans, right?
That's a good question. Even if the Dahnans rebelled and managed to overthrow the Renans here, there should still be some people around.
This debris. Do you think it could be the work of Renan astral arts?
Perhaps, but the appearance of these ruins is rather uniform, which leads me to believe otherwise.
Hey, Rinwell. That story you told us about the Dark Wings. It said that the evil king was vanquished with a holy flame, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then there might be some truth to that old story after all. It looks like all the rubble here had been scarred by flames.
Let's not jump to any conclusions just yet. If we can find someone around here, we might be able to get them to tell us what happened. Dohalim, you forgot to take care of the fire yesterday.
What do you mean, take care of? Ah, yes. You meant to put it out?
Yep. If it stays lit, we could end up in real trouble real fast.
I see. I apologize for not realizing that. I shall be more careful in the future.
The way he's talking, it's like the thought of putting it out himself never even occurred to him.
Moving on, Dohalim, I should mention that the clasp for your cape is about to come undone.
Oh yes, I tried to fix that myself, but it simply refused to cooperate with me.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Are you telling me Renans can't even dress themselves?
Lords like Dohalim have attendants that take care of just about everything they need, so I'm not surprised he sometimes struggles with the basics.
Even by those standards, you've got to admit this is still a little extreme.
Shionne has got a point. I mean, you don't see Renans like her needing so much help to get stuff done.
In my case, circumstances forced me to learn how to be independent. Even so, I still think Dohalim could afford to pick up a few more self-sufficient skills.
Well, specifically speaking, what would you suggest that I learn?
For starters, I think it'd be good for you to learn how to dress. And put on shoes. How to comb your hair is equally important. And learning to manage your possessions better. And then from there...
She sounds like his mom rattling all that off.
Oh, and another thing. About your owl, Rinwell.
What is it?
When he starts to molt, would you be willing to give me his old feathers? I think I could find a use for them.
What do you intend to do with those?
Well, recently, I haven't been sleeping well. However, I hear pillows made from owl feathers are very comfortable and wish to make one.
This is why I hate you, Renans!
Did I say something offensive?
Next time, put your own needs aside for a second and think about how someone might react first. Then consider if it's worth asking at all.
I am not seeing people markers here. Yeah, no green markers at all. Pork? Well, at least one being survived all this. Red Rose Corsage.
Look, Hootle! One of your buddies!
What are those out in the valley? Windmills? They're huge.
They're most likely used to harvest wind astral energy, so they have to be big.
All of you, stop right there! Don't move!
They have us surrounded.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
You first! Show yourself!
I'm the one asking the questions here. Don't try anything funny. One wrong move, and I guarantee we'll blow you away.
What are you...
My name is Alphen. I came here from Calaglia.
Alphen? The wielder of the blazing sword?
Getting pretty famous, isn't he?
Here is my proof. Will that suffice? Or do I have to burn down one of those houses to make my point?
No need. I believe you. I'm Beifong, of the Darkwings. Sorry for threatening to blow you away. We're still hunting down the remnants of the enemy forces, so everyone's more than a bit on edge right now. Please forgive me.
Remaining? Wait, you mean you already took down the Lord of this realm?
That's right. We took her weapons and turned them right back on her.
Are you the Dahnan leader here in Niez?
Nah, I'm just one of the commanders. Deadheim's the one who runs the show. I'd be happy to take you to him. Just one problem. The Renans. Seems the rumors you were running with them were true. You do understand, right? I mean, we only just liberated the city from their kind. Everyone's short on trust. And for good reason. Especially Deadheim. I think it'd be best if those two waited outside.
Not going to happen.
I don't think it's a good idea for us to split up. It's too dangerous.
Then it's on your head, friend. Our base is that way.
You could have left me behind, you know.
This isn't just about you, Dohalim.
Ah, yes.
I guess even after you beat the Renans, your work's only really just begun, huh?
Yeah. This place seems like it's got a lot of issues to fix.
Fast travel added? What's with this building? Beyond here is the aerial plaza that leads to Almedria's castle, but for now it's sealed up, so I'll have to ask you to turn away. Chicken. What the? Did they steal a Renan gun? These are the headquarters of the Darkwings. Right now, there are temporary accommodations. At some point, I imagine we'll build something better and move into that.
So you're Alphen, are ya? Thought you'd be bigger. Huh. Guess the armor beefs you up a bit. You've got a lot of people talking, you know. But in this town, I call the shots. You play by my rules here. Just remember that. Gotta say, I didn't expect you to run with a gang of women and kids. Those other lords must have been real pushovers, huh?
Seriously? Are you this rude to everyone you meet?
Don't interrupt me, you brat. Didn't your parents teach you any manners?
Why, you?
So you're the one who took down the Lord of this realm, huh? How'd you pull that off?
Ha! We just swiped the Renans' explosives. And then we blasted them all to hell and back.
Explosives? That's a pretty bold approach. But how'd you manage to avoid hurting your own people?
I didn't, that's how. But the chance to take out a lord was worth the sacrifice.
And the Lord? What did this sacrifice earn you?
Unfortunately, we couldn't manage to finish her off. But now we've really got the girl on the run.
She ran? A lord?
Yeah, the lady was just a coward. She had a whole lot more bark than bite, that's for sure. She's probably hiding off in a hole somewhere. But not for long. We'll find her and drag her right back into town. Then she'll get what's coming to her.
I wouldn't be so sure. She may run, but she'll never go quietly.
Shut up, Bright Eyes! I would have run you through already if you weren't with the blazing sword here.
The whole reason you're fighting is to free the Dahnans in this realm, is it not? If
Shut
so,
your
then—
mouth, witch! That's enough! If you're really fighting for us Dahnans, why keep these bastards around? Why haven't you killed them already?
I'm not going to kill these bastards.
Oh. Is that the case, huh? Then tell me the point of this show.
They're my friends.
Friends? Renans are Renans. They're the scum-sucking bastards who've been draining our souls for 300 years now! But you knew that. Maybe it's 'cause you and that little lady are friends and more.
Oh, wow!
Son of a... You'll pay for that!
That's enough! Deadeye, you know that was completely uncalled for.
All of you, get the hell out of my realm! And don't ever come back! This is Dahnan's realm and it's ours, understand? I call the shots here. And I make the rules. I do, Deadeye, leader of the Dark Wings!
Yeah! Deadeye! Liberator Deadeye! You are the true leader of this realm! We're not afraid of any Bright Eyes!
It's only a matter of time before I throw every last Bright Eye out of this realm!
The Dark Wings! The Dark Wings rule!
Hey, wait up! Told you so, didn't I? You should have left your Renan pals outside.
You don't agree with him, do you? I could tell by the look on your face in there.
That's how things are with him. He loses his temper, then I step in and calm things down.
Better you than me.
If that's all, I think it's past time we were going.
Look, I just wanted to apologize for what Deadeye said in there.
At least somebody's got some manners around here.
He didn't used to be like that. But, well, that's what losing most of your loved ones will do to a man. He may never forgive the Renans.
It's a little ironic how indistinguishable his manner is to that of a lord.
Hey, Beifan? Deadeye mentioned the Lord is still on the run. Any ideas where she might be?
We looked all over, but found no traces of her. We heard some rumblings about activity in Estaluva Forest, but that's it.
Estaluva, huh?
Wait, you're not going after her, are you? Certainly won't win you any favors with Deadeye.
This isn't Deadeye's war, and we're certainly not fighting it for him. Besides, it's like Shionne said, her type isn't going to go quietly.
Hey, it's your funeral. Don't say I didn't warn you.
We'll be sure to keep you out of it. Before we set out, though, is there anywhere around here we can rest?
Sure. Building at the end of the road, opposite side. It's all yours. We use it as temporary lodging, to house people who don't have a new place to live quite yet.
We're not going to run into any trouble there, are we?
Rumors of a certain fiery sword have spread fast. I doubt anyone will be eager to give you guys problems. And here's where I say my farewell. You're on your own, but good hunting.
Before you go, how come you don't hate the Renans as well?
Oh, believe me, I've got my bone to pick with the Renans. Just not with two of them I've never so much as laid eyes on before.
Let's head on over to that lodge. We'll figure out what our next move is there.
Quests.
I get the feeling Deadeye's signed up to be a rebel, so he could have a roost to rule. Heck, he's no better than a lord. In some ways, he's even worse.
I know. How could he use explosives on his own people?
And yet, despite the toll of his actions, none of the Dahnans we've seen seem to question his assumed authority in the least. If anything, they may well consider him a hero, which would say a great deal toward how deeply they resented the Renans here.
Still, I don't think this is as simple as saying the good guys won out over the bad ones.
Yeah, I don't either. Deadeye might have managed to drive the Renans out of Niez, but that doesn't make the way he did it okay. No matter which way you look at it.
A victory that's earned by throwing away the lives of his own people? No, that isn't a victory at all. I can understand that the Dahnans here are standing up against their oppression, but that doesn't mean they have to humiliate all Renans just to settle the score.
I'm perfectly able to stand up for myself, Alphen. Besides, I'm used to it by...
But you shouldn't have to be, Shionne. It's just... What I mean to say is, when you've been a slave for so long, it's easy to accept that's how it should be because it's all you've ever known. Constantly being belittled is no different. I don't think that's fair. For me or for you.
I just don't know, man.
Don't know what?
Deadeye managed to drive out a real live Renan lord. That's incredible. And he seems to have a lot of supporters surrounding him too. But he's got an attitude worse than any angry Zoogle. Plus, Niez is in utter ruins. I don't have a clue what his game is.
The Renans are powerful. And because of that, it takes a strong leader to have any hope of toppling them. However, when you take down one dictator only to replace them with another, ultimately it's just business as usual.
If it'd been Zephyr instead of Deadeye, I don't think things would have turned out like this.
Rinwell.
Yeah, I think so too. Zephyr did things differently top to bottom. He's not the kind of person who would have forced his own views or decisions on other people. When you do that, you're ruling over others, not leading them.
To be honest, I don't know what I would have wanted my dad to do if he was in that position.
Law.
The whole thing feels weird in a way. It's a weird kind of feeling, but at the same time, part of me also feels happy. Deadeye and my dad are two very different men. For now, I'm content knowing that.
The city is liberated, and yet the air still hums with fear and anxiety. It reminds me all too well of how Vicente once was.
Hums? You mean like music?
Yeah, none of this sounds like music to my ears. In fact, I've never seen any Dahnans with musical instruments in my life.
You don't need instruments to play music. It can emerge naturally from the sounds of people going about their day and the hustle and bustle of life.
You seem to care a lot about music, Dohalim. I didn't know that about you.
Have I not mentioned it? Before I was a candidate for the lordship, I had my heart set on the life of a musician.
You? A musician?
Indeed, music enriches the world around us. I trained day and night to hone my art. Words could not describe my bliss, as my notes carried with them the sights and sounds of nature, the ebb and flow of time. and the thoughts of people on the wind.
Dohalim.
Forgive me. My loquaciousness can get the best of me at times.
Don't apologize. It's interesting hearing what Renan culture is like.
Even though the Renans destroyed all of our arts and culture.
Personally, I was interested in the music of Dahna as well. The fact that generations of lords deemed music to be of no use to their slaves and outright forbade the ownership of instruments is lamentable. Not that my words can undo the damage already done.
I wonder who's stronger, Alphen, the Blazing Sword of Calaglia, or the Dime leader of the Darkwings? I bet it's the Dime. I've only heard rumors about the Blazing Sword, but I know the Dime's the real deal. So you're a liberator from Calaglia, are you? I see the rumors of you walking around with bright eyes are true. Just what's the big idea, Sonny? Keeping company with bright eyes is only going to lead to trouble. Listen carefully, this fight isn't over yet. Don't think you can relax yet, got it? Okay everyone, form a line. I'm going to hand out everything we raided from the Bright Eyes. Food, clothes, there's a lot of stuff to go around. I'm so grateful. The Renans might be gone, but I never imagined surviving would be this hard. We Darkwings are going to find and wipe out every last Bright Eyes and roll over Mahag Sar. If anyone deserves to lead Dahna, it's the Dime. He hates them Bright Eyes more than anyone. And actually enter their headquarters even after everything that's happened? Seriously? Yeah, we don't get a quick travel point like with the other, like with Bragon's headquarters. Why the hell do they keep those Bright Eyes around? They should just kill them and get it over with. Yeah, for their own good. Can't believe the Blazing Sword turned out to be such a traitor. Did he forget everything we've gone through? The Dime's a real Dahnan hero. Every operation he comes over with is a big success, but the cost is great too. For a so-called lord, Almadria's not all she's cracked up to be, is she? Bayfon's so kind. He took me in after I lost all my family. I can't say this too loud, but I'd recommend laying low while you're here if you know what's good for you. Even the Brides are stupid enough to think they can come back. With this many weapons, we've got more than enough to drive them back. Kill the Bright Eyes. My son won't rest in peace until she's dead. Not to worry, sir. We'll see to it your son gets his revenge and our name isn't the Darkwings. So rumors were true. The Blazing Sword of Calaglia actually keeps Bright Eyes in his company. Yeah, white hero, right? Unlike the Dime, he would never hang around such trash. Horse sashimi recipe. Thinly sliced horse meat.
There's no point in reading it unless you plan on making it.
We probably got Almadria out and all, but it still came at a heavy cost. Just look at these ruins we have to deal with now. Doesn't exactly make you want to celebrate when there's hardly anything left. Yeah, everyone's gonna be stuck in tents for a while. Now, where's the list of medicines we can use to treat injuries? With Almadria gone, we can use the supply she kept in her castle for ourselves. Bunch of freaks. I don't like anyone who goes around mingling with Bright Eyes. Makes me sick. Get the hell out of my realm. The Aqfotle Hills lie just across from this gate. If you venture southwest, you'll find the road to Aden Lake. If you go northwest instead, you'll eventually find Esteluwa Forest. Stay west and you'll come upon the Aden Ruins. Wherever you go, you're bound to encounter ferocious Zugol, so travel with caution. I heard from someone who stormed Almadria's castle that they couldn't find a spirit vessel. Well, that's not a good sign. If she has that, she could still make a counterattack. Why does everybody have to be such cowards? If we don't get this taken care of, things are never going to change.
What's wrong?
What's got you down, friend? Zugols, that's what. A pretty common variety of them to be more specific. Rumor says it was the Lord's favorite kind of Zugol, so people are afraid to go anywhere near them.
All right.
I can understand her hesitation. If you need them gone, we're more than capable of taking care of them for you.
What the?
Hold on, pal. I don't want you to just exterminate them. If you could bring back any usable materials from them, that'd be great too. He wants to retrieve Zugol parts. For what? Are you building something? Not building, studying. If I can demonstrate that even fearsome, dangerous Zugols can be used to make handy tools, that'll motivate people to hunt them more. We can't always expect folks like you to come along and solve all our problems for us, after all. So you're trying to be more self-sufficient. That's very commendable of you.
Hey.
Actually, about those materials you're looking for, isn't this what you're this isn't what you're talking about, is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it totally is. Can I convince you to share what you have with me? Free demi-human muscles. So that was her favorite, those speedy types, who for some reason will not let me unlock Dohalim's title. Yeah, go ahead and help yourself. I'd rather go to someone who can use it than keep it weighing us down. Great, you're one generous bunch of people, you know that? Now to see just what I can turn all this into.
All right!
I'm sure I'll be able to make something useful. Thank you so much. Roasted chicken recipe, huh? Ah, those life bottles. The knipe's getting kind of scary. It seems like he'll practically stop at nothing to win. I agree, his temper seems to be a lot worse than it used to be. But what can you expect? Fighting the Brays takes its toll on people. If only we'd been able to finish up Almedria from the start, we would have been able to avoid all this other fighting, don't you think? Yeah, we could have retaken Niez without everything being so damaged. Not even the outskirts were spared. I wouldn't say that too loudly if I were you. If any of the Time Swallowers hear you talking like that, you'll be in trouble. The giant windmill takes the wind that blows in from the plains and turns it into astral energy. In the old days when wind would come in, we had to turn ourselves to the opposite way and make it blow wind for the other windmills to capture. I used to live at the bottom of the valley beneath there. It's a damp and dimly lit place, and every day I had to climb a million stairs just to get to work. Wait, it's the bard. Alphen, mi amigo, I knew fate would bring us together once more. Remind me, you're that wonder guy, is it? I'm a minstrel who tells many a tale about this fleeting world in which we live. They call me the Wonder Bard. Right, you, I remember you.
I see.
I believe we haven't had the pleasure, sir. You may call me Dohalim. You claim to be a minstrel. Is that to say you're well-versed in music? Oh, but I am indeed. There isn't a song I haven't sung, nor an instrument my hands have not mastered. I see. As it so happens, I'm also a connoisseur of music myself. Is that so? Perhaps I could trouble you with a little rendition, kind sir. This is going to take a while, isn't it? Alas, unfortunately, I do not have any instruments on me, but I'd be more than happy to indulge you with a short poem. In this sea of crimson trees, I spy an unknown fellow, standing free within the breeze. Oh, Donna mio, your words are like music to my ears. You have quite the rare talent, sir, I must say. You really think so? That I do, and now I must return a favor in kind. Where do I begin, face of such wit? Indeed, words fail me. I'm at a loss for what can I say, but gracias. Oh, sir, you have thrown down the gauntlet. I'm not allowing me to.
Just great.
I can't take any more of this. We're leaving. Dohalim, you're welcome to catch up with us later.
Excuse me!
Wait, don't leave yet. With so many brilliant minds among you, perhaps I can entrust you all with the legendary instrument. What are you talking about? I hid a musical instrument knowing that one day I would meet a worthy inheritor. You'll find it at the location detailed in these notes. Be warned, only the smartest shall solve the riddles contained within. Now I ask you, O chosen ones, will you take it upon yourselves to solve the riddles and uncover the legendary instrument? Sure, let's give it a shot. This talk of riddles and instruments has me most intrigued.
Good.
Very well, we accept your challenge. Excellent, I have complete faith that you shall emerge victorious. Wonder text, just beyond the hobos in the land shrouded by sand and stone. Wait, so does that mean I have to return to Calaglia? Northernmost reaches of a wasteland to the north of an abandoned village. Lies dormant at the back of a narrow road to the west, whereupon an ancient tower stands. Okay, I know where the ancient tower is. Huh.
That's some cryptic text, all right.
It could mean anything. Can't we just look around the area for clues or something?
Hey! Maybe these are supposed to be different locations?
Oh, now you're into this too, huh?
Dahnan is such a key figure in the liberation of this realm. It's hard to publicly criticize him. I don't care if it was to get the Brays out. We shouldn't have just blown up everything in the sight across the damn city. After having to build all those houses for the Brays, I thought we were finally going to get a live in them for ourselves. Guess not. Now, who wants to hear more about the brave and incredible story of the Darkwings? I do. I want to know too. Tell me how you kicked out all the nasty Bright Eyes. I'm going to join the Darkwings when I get older too. The Darkwings are heroes. People are going to be passing down stories about them for generations throughout Mahag Sar. No, throughout the whole world, I bet. Whoa, it's the Darkwings flag. That's so cool. Look at the statue of Almedria all busted up. A fitting image for that bitch after how far she's fallen, if you ask me. Once we catch that slimy Almedria, we're going to bust her in as bad as a statue. It's the least she deserves for all she's done. The fight to get rid of Almedria was long and hard, but when I look at all this stuff we got out of it, it feels worth it in the end, I think. So this is the stuff that was raided from Almedria's castle, huh? It looks hard to pick out what to grab. It all looks so good. I'm gonna have to ask you to turn around. I've got orders not to let anyone through here.
I do believe that right there is what we've been searching for, yes?
Iron pipe. A part only the chosen one can pull out. No wall is bound to stay standing for long with it in hand.
Is this the so-called legendary instrument?
Actually, I think it's one of the freight train parts that I was using for a sword.
I'm sure anything will be fine. We should take it.
I'm not so sure.
I gather you finally solved the riddles.
How's this?
We found this thing, if that's what you mean. Oh, splendid. I knew you were all up to the challenge. That's indeed a legendary instrument that slumbers in these lands. But it's just... It doesn't look like you would use it for music. It's just a rod that I was using. No, amigo, it's a rod that you were destined to use, and with her, you shall perform feats that shall inspire legends.
I see.
So that was really was the instrument we were after? So you're saying I should fight with this thing? Take her and go forth into the world. Achieve your grand destiny that you were born to fulfill.
Great.
Alright, if you insist. It's got a unique curvature to it, but I'm sure I'll get used to fighting with it over time. Wait, do I have to beat a certain number of enemies with it or something? Is it like my double arm? Or, pardon me? I'll have to learn all of its unique bends by heart. I might even have to change what parts I use depending on if I'm attacking or defending. Hold on, are you perchance being serious? Oh, this has been such a fun little excursion, truly. Your words have been truly inspirational to all of us here. You should work at my palace. Nay, will you consider joining us on our journey and hearing Alphen's beautiful music for yourself? Yeah, you should come along with us. If there are any other legendary instruments out there, I'd definitely like to know. I sincerely appreciate the offer. However, alas, I must go where the wind blows. I shall leave it up to you to bear witness to the legends that are sure to unfold with that instrument in his hand.
Agreed.
Very well, I shall keep watch over his every movement so as to ensure I not miss history in the making.
Dohalim.
I'm going to have to come up with a way to fight to take advantage of this thing. Dohalim, would you mind helping me out with that? Certainly. As you know, I'm quite proficient in fighting with rods and staffs. Don't do anything with her that I wouldn't do, and with that I shall be off. Until we meet again. Adios. Farewell, my friend. Be safe. Quivering candles.
I can't believe you managed to shoo off that irritating bard.
Had we brought him along, it would have livened up our journey considerably.
You know, maybe you're right. We could have hit it off.
Yeah, and the two of you could be irritating together.
Fast travel added. Don't you think the dime's changed recently? What, you mean aside from the fact that he's a big hotshot now? You know, without him, there's no way we would have ever kicked the Renans out. I get that, but he's really different now compared to how he used to be.
I sense a poor soul who is in dire need.
Sounds like our cue to step in and help.
I sure wish there was more to go around.
Oh yeah?
What are you talking about? Our rations, we're always running short of them. It's never enough to be comfortable. We could really do so with some rice, potatoes, beef, and some spices in particular. We have what you need.
How's this?
If that's what you need, we've got some right here. Is this enough? Whoa, you're so generous. Thank you. Yes, that'd help out a lot. I don't have much to offer in return, but I'll teach you my family's secret recipe if you like. Curry recipe.
Great!
Ooh, it sounds delicious.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't wait to try it. Doesn't look all that hard to fix either.
Hey.
Hey, okay, sorry. If it's really that simple, will you teach me how to cook it? Wow, you're actually interested in making food now, not just eating it. What does it matter to you? I'd just like to put a certain someone in his place for complaining about my cooking earlier.
Good.
Well, I'd love to teach you, but my training isn't going to be easy. Think you're ready?
Really?
Is that serious? Sure, I guess. Hit me with what you've got. But promise you won't tell anyone else I ask this, okay? Hey, my lips are sealed, but in return, you have to call me Captain while we're trading. Deal?
What?
What? Okay, Captain. You're supposed to say yes, Captain.
Yes.
Yes, Captain.
All right.
Now you can begin your training.
Right.
I see you have some freshly caught fish there. Perfect, we'll use that as well.
Really?
Well, but the recipe doesn't call for fish.
What?
Are you trying to talk back to your superior? No, ma'am. You're supposed to say yes, Captain.
Huh?
What?
All right.
Good, looks like you have everything we need. Now we dive into the culinary trenches.
Yes.
Yes, Captain.
Over there.
Is that how you hold a knife? What are you trying to do, Private? Dance with it.
Huh?
No, of course. You're supposed to say yes, Captain.
Yes.
Yes, Captain.
All right.
Pay attention. Turn up the fire. Boil that water. You don't have time to let your eyes wander.
Yes.
Yes, Captain. It's all finished.
Huh.
So it is. Its flavor and presentation get a passing grade. You've got a promise. But there's still room for improvement. You'll have to keep training every day. Do I make myself clear?
All right.
Yes, Captain. Guess I've got a long way to go before my food is perfect, but I'll show him. One day, my food will taste so good, it'll knock his armor off.
By the by, Shionne, if you don't mind my asking, would you be willing to share what sort of clothes are currently in fashion on Renna sometime?
Sure, as long as you call me Captain.
Sir, yes sir, Captain Shionne.
I was just joking. Kinda has a nice ring to it, though.
After damage done to the city and ridding it of Almazria, it's only right that we look after the citizens who lost their homes. When what little I had burned down in my home, I thought we were going to die in the streets. That's why I'm so grateful we were able to stay here. It really saved their lives. That's what makes the Darkwings such good people. When I grow up, I'm going to join them too. We have to stay alert. We can't let our guard down until we finally capture Almazria. Those Raiden stooges ran their tails between their legs. Once Almazria is out of the picture, the Age of Bright Eyes will finally be over. There are people resting upstairs who have lost their homes, so try to keep it down while you're here. We lost our home. Everything's gone. I know, but that's what happens when you choose to fight the Reina. But it's not all bad, honey. We live to see the day we won. That's worth celebrating, isn't it? Have you gone up past Aqfotle Hills before? You should. There are great fishing spots to find both the lakes and ruins.
Hey, Rinwell. What was that whole legend you were talking about earlier, back when we were by the gate?
Huh? Oh, you mean about the Darkwings? It's an old story about a Dahnan hero that's been passed down for generations.
Like I said, I sure haven't heard it before.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, long ago, there was an evil king who tried to bring all of Dahna to ruin. However, a pure black owl heard the pleas of the people and decided to help. It chose a young hero and bestowed upon them a holy flame that was capable of vanquishing the king. The story goes that the young hero challenged the king and defeated them with the flame. Seeing Dahna had been saved, the people flew the crest of the Darkwings as thanks to the owl for its help. From what I understand, it used to be a really well-known story before the Renans came.
I guess our people must have forgotten it over time. It's lucky for us you still know it. You sure are well-versed in these sorts of things, Rinwell.
You know, the part where the hero defeats the king with a flame reminds me a little of Alphen.
Come on, it's just a story. Besides, if we're talking about an owl helping anyone, Hootle would definitely choose Rinwell.
Sure, I might have helped take out our own kind of evil king with the others, but I'm definitely no hero. That and Hootle's wings aren't even black. Huh.
Dark Mark? What kind of cooking effect is that? Makes you easier to detect when making contact with enemy symbols? That sounds like a demerit. But I have to do this to get a title, apparently.
I came out great. Everyone's gonna be real surprised.
Roasted chicken.
Hey, what's the smoke? Is it an enemy attack?
Seriously, it's making my eyes and throat burn. What the hell is going on?
It's probably some sort of gas. Try not to breathe it in as much as you can manage.
Gas? Those cowards!
Isn't this just cooking smoke?
What kind of food makes your throat burn so bad just from the smoke?
I believe Alphen is...
They're trying to gas Alphen?
What? Those sick bastards! I won't let them get away with this!
Calm yourselves and listen. I was simply trying to say that Alphen is the one cooking.
Oh?
Maybe I should throw in some more spices, just for that extra kick. Yeah, that'll help. Think I'll turn up the heat while I'm at it, too. Oh, crap. The spice is burned. Well, at least the meat's coming along nicely. All right. Now I just flip it over, and then...
Hey, Alphen? What are you doing over there?
Oh, Shionne. perfect timing. I actually just finished roasting up a chicken. Call everybody over so we can eat together. I used a ton of spices, so it's got a good punch to it. Might have overcooked it a little, but it should still taste good.
I'm starting to understand why your food always tastes so damn spicy now.
Hasn't anyone told him that it is actually possible to have too much of a good thing?
If that's the taste he truly wants, far be it from me to contradict. His cuisine is a rather delicate repast.
Are you the blazing sword of Calaglia? You're welcome to stay here if you like, but just don't cause any trouble while you're here, understand?
That Deadeye creep certainly has a few screws loose, that's for sure.
Forget that guy. Right now, we need to discuss how we're going to proceed.
What's there to discuss? Deadeye and his crew have already brought down the Lord here. Just let them finish her off.
I want to go after her.
I second that. I think it's the best thing to do right now. We don't know if the Darkwings have what it takes to beat her. I'm worried what'll happen if we leave her to her own devices.
You make a good point, Rinwell. And maybe I'm just being overconfident, but between us and them, I think we have a better chance at defeating her.
I have to agree. This realm isn't going to be truly safe as long as that Lord is still running around out there. We need to act.
Fine by me, but isn't Deadeye just gonna take all the credit once we're done?
Our job is to break down the walls that oppress Dahna. What he chooses to build in their place, that's his problem. For now, we'll head to this Estaluva forest Bayfon told us about. Whatever we decide to do, though, we should take some time to rest first. We've barely stopped since Menancia. Where are you going?
Alphen.
You should get some rest. What's got you up at this hour?
Just let me be for a minute, okay? Why don't you go back to the inn?
I will when you do.
Have it your way.
Shionne. The Lord's days are numbered. I haven't forgotten our promise. You can trust me, you know. Maybe even lean on me a little. If you want.
And if I say I will you finally give it a rest?
Yeah, of course. Try to get some rest, okay?
What was all that about?
So we're just going to check things out, right? In whatever that forest is called.
Estaluva Forest. Next time, pay attention.
Actually, there are a few more recipes I have to try out in order to get more skits. Let's see. Horse sashimi. Law.
That was nothing.
Attack up M, but now only lasts 2 minutes. That's barely anything.
All done. Come and get it.
Oh, did you fix horse sashimi again?
You really like that stuff, don't you, Law?
What can I say? It's easy to prepare however you like.
What makes it so easy to prepare?
It's all about the onion. You can change how you arrange it next to the meat, use less of it, or even take it out altogether.
It sounds as though you simply dislike onions.
I don't dislike onions. All I'm saying is the flavor of the meat changes depending on what you do with the onion.
While that's true, somehow I get the feeling you just don't want to admit you're a picky eater.
I agree. Here, you can have all my onions. Maybe you'll discover some new flavor for this dish you've never had.
Just don't. That's. Renwell, stop.
Well then, how does it taste?
All I taste is onions. Got sand in my eyes!
The winds are strong here. Mind yourselves.
Ugh, even the inside of my mouth is all sandy.
Hootle, don't get blown away, okay?
The winds outside the capital are blowing as strongly as ever.
You can definitely see why people call this place the Valley of the Four Winds.
Indeed, Mahag Sar is the realm of wind, just as Ganeth Heros is for water.
Earth, water, fire, wind, light, and darkness. Renan is aligned to darkness, leaving each realm one element each.
Is that because some elements are easier to gather in certain areas than others?
That is certainly possible, but I suspect the biggest reason is to prevent the lords from squabbling over resources.
Funny. You would think infighting would come naturally to an elite class vying for a crown.
True, but the Renans rule as a minority. Fighting ourselves would just be destructive. Though, as you saw in Menancia, any abstention from fighting is merely a facade.
In the end, you all get usurped whether you like it or not.
That may be true, but something tells me that this time is different.
We have to catch up to the Lord first if we want answers. Let's keep moving.
What is that ring of rocks over there for? They don't look like they formed naturally to me.
Oh yeah. Funny, I guess I've gotten used to weird rock formations. They didn't even register as being out of the ordinary.
Most likely, they were brought over by us Renans when we first invaded the planet.
Wait, those? So does that mean there's some kind of machine then? And if so, what in the world were they even used for?
To manipulate the properties of Dahna's astral energy.
Really?
Think about it. Isn't it strange that the type of energy each realm collects is so fixed? Astral energy by nature isn't meant to skew towards one element or another so heavily.
So the Renans reformed it for the crown contest.
Sounds like the crazy thing a Renan would do.
Renans these days are more advanced than Dahnans in some ways, but even they don't seem capable of doing something on that grand a scale. Or is that something that's possible on Lenegis? Or maybe the Renan homeworld?
I can't claim to know everything about my own kind, but I myself have never seen anything that would be capable of such a drastic feat.
But at some point they did just that. Those are the sort of people we're up against. We should do our best not to forget that.
You're so amazing, Kisara. You can cook, you can fix weapons. I feel like there's practically nothing you can't do.
Maybe you should take a page out of her book and learn to make yourself more useful then.
I'd be happy to teach you if you want, Rinwell. I learned most everything I know from my brother.
Really? Even how to sew and do laundry?
Yes, indeed. He knew how to do anything.
Sounds like he was a pretty handy guy when he was alive.
He was. I'd always follow him around and badger him with questions. I was a real pain in the neck. Now that I think about it, he and Legil were the ones who taught me how to raise cats, too.
Legil is that woman who was with him in the Gold Dust Cats, right? I remember now. The one with the really pretty hair.
Funny you mention that. He also taught me how to maintain my hair. Not that those lessons stopped it from getting all tangled up during training.
I think it still looks gorgeous.
From what I can tell, it would appear as though the only thing he didn't manage to teach you was how to apply makeup.
No, but that didn't stop him from trying. He really wanted to teach me everything. Only reason he couldn't was because I prioritized my training.
And here I was trying to make a joke.
I can't tell if she's being serious. The only one here who knows him well enough was her.
Yeah, I guess only Miguel could have told us if it's actually true.
Oh?
It's that foodie again.
Yes!
I remember you. You're that young woman who's always starving. I haven't seen you since we last met in Manantia. You're the one who's always hungry. Anyway, I take it you found our recipe on your travels.
Very nice.
I most certainly did. I'm glad I can cut to the chase then.
Is that so?
Shionne, who might this spell be? This is Gordeno. He travels around Dahna in search of new recipes to try.
You don't say.
A fine quest to embark on, if I do say so myself. My name is Dohalim, kind sir. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
How?
Wow, the Dohalim, Lord of Manantia, is an honor, my lord. Your beef stew is absolutely exquisite.
I see.
You honor me, kind sir. However, how is it you came by the palace's top secret dish?
Hey!
Anyway, what do you need from us this time, exactly? Come on, spit it out. Right. This time I'm looking for lettuce, apples, and lemons. Can I ask you to bring those to me? We have what you need.
Sure.
If that's all you're looking for, we've got it right here.
Nice.
In that case, I'll give you the recipe so you find people who can cook it right away.
Oh?
Oh, this looks surprisingly simple. Even I might have a chance with this.
Very nice.
Wonderful. I'll leave the preparation up to you then.
Well?
Okay, it's all done.
Yes.
Oh, look at that beautiful dish. It tastes just as divine too. Now let's see how it tastes.
What?
Whoa, this is absolutely exquisite. Exquisitely bad, that is.
What?
Really? I assure you that I followed the recipe for this so-called vitamin smoothie to the letter. Taste it for yourself and then tell me if you're still confident in your concoction. Here. Alright, down the hatch it goes. Piff!
I don't...
See what I mean? Makes you want to vomit, doesn't it?
Alright.
Wait a second. See a small warning affixed to the bottom of this recipe. Smoothies made entirely from veggies are recommended for experienced dieters only. Beginners should add fruit juice for flavor.
No.
Young miss, did you only process the lettuce, even though I asked you to prepare apples and lemons as well?
Sure.
Oh, come on. Who's gonna notice a tiny, stupid warning label that tiny?
Really now?
Lesson learned, Shionne. We'll just have to add fruit and attempt this once more.
Yes.
Very well, let's take it from the top.
What?
Whoa, this is absolutely exquisite. Comparatively speaking, at least.
What?
You still don't sound all enthused. Is this really the best recipe that Mahag Star has to offer? I believe so. When I first heard about this, it made me think of what I saw in Manantia. The combination of fruits and vegetables. It reminded me of Dahnans and Renans living together. I thought this recipe might capture such harmony.
Very nice.
If nothing else, it's the most healthy recipe you're sure to find out here. Indeed, I shall be sure to drink it so as to ensure the precious harmony lives on, even within the confines of my stomach.
Yes.
Whew, that was satisfying enough for the time being. I can now leave this realm with no regrets. This time I leave in search of even greater cuisines. Farewell, my culinary comrades. Actually, one more glass before I leave. Glutton's Maze.
Well, that was a huge miscalculation.
Yet you've drained your glass all the same.
Alphen, have you been washing your clothes? It may not be my place to say this, but frankly, they're starting to stink.
Now that you mention it, it has been a while since I did any laundry.
I'll wash them for you if you want. Just remember to give them to me the next time you get changed.
Oh, okay. Sure. Thanks, Kisara.
And, Law, Rinwell, yours are starting to look a bit ragged.
What do you expect? Of course they're going to tear up when we're out there fighting so much.
Yeah, but it's still kind of embarrassing, having it pointed out like this.
And Shionne?
I wouldn't touch me if I were you.
Of course. My apologies. All I wanted to say was that your sleeves are getting a little bit dirty.
You don't need to worry so much, Kisara. It's only natural our clothes are gonna get a little dirty while we're traveling around.
That's no excuse. Your outward appearance says a lot about your inner well-being.
Now you've really set her off.
Suffice to say, it would appear that the traditions of the Guard are still alive and well within her.
What do you mean? What do the guardsmen do that's so special?
Mostly, I'm simply referring to the fact that they're a very regimented and cleanly group of people.
Do I really sound that weird to you guys? Keeping your clothes clean and mended is completely normal to me.
Don't get us wrong. We appreciate the thought, Kisara. But we've got a long journey ahead. It wouldn't hurt to relax your standards. Just a little.
If you're sure. I wasn't trying to overdo it, I promise. However, if it's making the rest of you tense, I'll do my best to tone it down from here on out. Still, if everyone could bring their laundry and clothes they want fixed, that'd be great. I'll take care of it all for you guys tonight.
Don't you ever get tired?
Somehow, things are even worse outside the city than they are inside.
Yeah, it's all ruined. Houses and everything else.
Even if it was all in the name of beating the Renans, this is...
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
Peach gel, okay.
What's up, Kisara? You look concerned.
Oh, no, it's just... I'm looking at our finances and they seem to have taken a nosedive. I don't remember us making any big purchases, though.
Ah, that may be because I borrowed a small amount to purchase something the other day.
I don't think you can call spending more than half of our money a small amount.
Half? Dohalim, what the hell did you buy?
As it so happens, I came upon a rather special object that I've long been searching for.
Are you talking about that junk? I mean, that unique-looking trinket you're holding?
Whoa, is that a...
Indeed. It is a lost artifact from ancient Dahnan times. Most likely, it was used for some sort of rite or ritual. Ever since we Renans conquered Dahna, such objects have been disappearing. I simply want to do my part to help preserve both our people's storied histories.
Well, if it's to preserve Dahnan history, then I guess we can maybe look the other way. Just this once?
I don't know. Why spend money on something that won't even keep us fed?
More to the point, we all contribute to that money. I don't like the thought of anyone dipping into it without saying anything.
You must understand. Had I let that opportunity pass me by, I'd never have come across this item again.
Dohalim, maybe no one taught you that money doesn't grow on trees.
I may have been a lord, but I realize that much.
It's not enough to simply realize it. You have to internalize the concept too. Even after all this time, you still have no real sense of money. Our funds aren't your personal wallet. We camp outside and eat grass for dinner to try and stretch every last gold we have. You never know when we may need it.
I don't think we're so poor that we have to eat grass or anything.
Shut up, Alphen.
Shutting.
Let's just agree to not spend too much or be too thrifty for our own good.
Alphen, your blazing sword draws its power from Shionne's Fire Master core, right?
So I'm told.
Then why don't you use yours, Dohalim?
You mean my Earth Master Core, yes?
Yeah, I mean, you still carry it around with you, don't you?
I do. Each Master Core contains the astral energy harvested from Dahnan's slaves over the course of the last 3 centuries. Though only a select few qualified people, namely the Lords, can wield them, they nevertheless hold too much power to simply abandon.
If only the Lords are supposed to be able to use them, how come Alphen and Shionne can use theirs?
That may be because Shionne has embedded the Fire Master Core within her body, something which wouldn't have occurred under normal circumstances.
Okay, but why do you still carry yours around?
Just as Dahnans see Master Cores as symbols of the lives and resources robbed from them, so too do I view mine as a symbol of our lasting sins. The pain and agony wrought upon this world by my predecessors, as well as the injustice enabled by my own inaction, are all housed within my Master Core. It is a testament of all that I have done wrong. It cannot ever be used again, nor fall back into the wrong hands.
Dohalim.
You didn't differentiate between the deaths of Dahnans and the deaths of Renans.
Dahnans and Renans both spill blood and languish in agony all the same. I just couldn't bear to hear it any longer. That's all.
Little late for that.
But why can't Alphen produce weapons from the other cores? Since we already have quite a few cores in our hands so far, it would have been nice if we could use it to produce our elemental weapons. So how do I make this vitamin smoothie? Elemental defense. Actually, this is really good if I fight a mage-type enemy.
Thanks for waiting. Eat as much as you like.
What's wrong, Law?
Why do I gotta have a vitamin smoothie?
Because you've been eating nothing but meat lately. Your body needs vegetables to stay healthy.
Yeah, but does it have to be so concentrated?
It's better that way. Even if you hate vegetables, all you have to do is drink it. It's a quick and easy way to get more nutrients.
Like you're one to talk. You'll have anything as long as it's spicy.
Which that vitamin smoothie isn't. I know its taste leaves a little to be desired, but once you get used to it, it's not so bad.
This sludge isn't gonna make me less hungry.
I don't know. If you downed 10 of them, I bet you'd start feeling pretty full.
Are you trying to turn me into an herbivore or something?
If I were you, Law, I'd drink it down sooner rather than later. It's going to start tasting bitter if you let it get warm.
It's already bitter when it's cold.
Come on, Law. It's good for you. Quit complaining and drink it already.
Okay, Rinwell has a new thing.
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little? I noticed you haven't been training Hoodle lately. Is he doing okay?
Yeah, he's fine. He's been catching fish with Kisara, and he seems to be adjusting his diet on his own, so I'm not as worried as before.
Maybe that's his way of pitching in, so you don't have to do everything for him.
Yeah, maybe. I guess at some point he started taking a shine to everyone too, just like they did to him.
You sound like you're okay with that.
Yeah, more than okay, really. It feels natural having Hoodle and everyone around.
I know what you mean. We all support and take care of each other in our own ways. It's starting to feel like we're almost a family.
Huh, I hadn't thought of it like that. So does that make you everybody's dad?
Do I really look that old to you?
Huh? You don't like that? Okay, how about you be the big brother? Shionne is the big sister, and Kisara can be our mom.
Well, then how about Dohalim for the dad?
I don't really get that kind of vibe from Dohalim. He's more like an uncle. An old uncle, who's too preachy and snarky for his own good sometimes. And as for Law... Well, Hoodle took the little brother role, and Law's definitely not the dad. This is hard. Oh! Law can be the pet dog!
A dog? Do dogs really count as part of a family?
Of course they do! If an owl can be part of our family, so can a dog. When you think about it like that, we have a pretty fun family.
Yeah, a pretty big one as well.
That's why I like it so much. I wish we didn't have to do anything dangerous. I just want to keep traveling the world with you guys the way we are right now.
You okay?
Oh, it's nothing. Actually, I think I'm gonna go practice with Hoodle for a bit.
You're now closer to Rinwell. Okay, crimson hairpin, silver hairpin, dark blue hairpin.
Looks like we got another reward.
I didn't realize that so many still remained. Dahnan owls truly are majestic indeed.
I thought the Dahnan owls had all but died out myself. That's what I get for making assumptions.
Just so we're clear, this place is supposed to be a secret.
Yes, I'm aware. Places like these should be kept out of the public eye.
It's a pity, though. With proper training, they could be made into a magnificent chorus.
What are they hooting about now?
Alphen and Shionne can interpret for us, right?
Huh? Oh, no, I mean, it was just a lucky guess last time.
Yeah? Maybe you'll be lucky twice. Go on, give it a shot.
Really? Well, if you say so. Let's see. Listen to them. Are they really up to the task?
What do you mean? You're the one who put them in charge.
It's my responsibility to protect our friends.
Stop trying to take everything upon yourself.
This is what the owls are saying?
Of course.
I must say, though, we've found quite a number of owls. It's a testament to how much you care for Hootle, Rinwell.
I wonder which branch Hootle will perch on.
Rinwell?
Oh, nothing. Don't mind me. Well, come on. The perches are only half filled. We've got to find the rest of the owls.
Thanks for tuning in to this Let's Play of Tales of Arise. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and or hit the bell icon.